Hey Alexa, play Paparazzi by Lady Gaga.
Paparazzi by Lady Gaga from Spotify.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith, and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. So if you guys happen to like that, or you just love my gorgeous, though some may argue average, face, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post, which happens to be on Mondays and on Fridays. So, how are we doing today? Today's candle is lava because I don't know, I've always wanted to taste lava, but I know I can only do it once. So this is probably the closest I'll ever get to actual lava. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about paparazzi, as you can tell from the intro and probably also the title if you read stuff. But specifically, like the majority of the world, I watched the Framing Britney Spears documentary presented by the New York Times. And while there's a lot to unpack in that, and I was going to make a video on it, but I decided there are already so many, I'm already so late to it, like there's no point. But there is one specific clip from the documentary that like stuck in my head. Like it was like a little, like, you know how in Hunter x Hunter Illumi has like, I assume everyone watching this video watches anime. Point is I felt like I had like a little thing in the back of my head, like back and forth, like this specific clip, like it could not get out of my head, and I'll play the clip.
What do you think it'll take to get the paparazzi to leave you alone?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that one of your biggest wishes?
Yeah.
So obviously, seeing a young Britney Spears break down crying over how horrible the paparazzi is, I was like, what is wrong with the paparazzi? So after I had watched this Britney Spears documentary, I then went on a rabbit hole of watching a bunch of interviews, documentaries, and a whole lot of cringy paparazzi videos just to get a feel for what it is like to be a paparazzi. And I have a lot to say. But regardless, you might be asking, what is a paparazzi? The majority of people do know what paparazzi are, but I, will obviously tell you what it is. Now, also, I have seen people call them paparazzos, paparazzas, which is apparently the masculine and feminine version of the word paparazzi. So I'm just going to be saying paparazzi because we love a gender neutral term. But they are independent photographers who take pictures of high profile people, whether they're celebrities, athletes, YouTubers, Instagram stars, politicians, and so forth. They typically will take pictures of these people, whether in their daily routines, like in their daily routines, them doing whatever they do, and they find them. You could argue stalk them, take pictures of them, and then send them to some publication and then get paid some sort of compensation for it. They sell it to media outlets, typically that focus on like tabloids, kind of like Us Weekly, or what are other tabloids? I just know I see them when I'm at Publix. That's a very Floridian thing to just say. But I know I see like tabloids when I'm in the line at like Publix, and I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are getting divorced, like I'm like whatever, and I move on. But apparently those are where the majority of paparazzi pictures get sent to, are those tabloids. Also, oh my god. So basically they focus mostly on tabloid journalism and sensationalism. Sensationalism. I literally just wrote a paper on this and I just can't even pronounce the word properly. Regardless, paparazzi are independent contractors. They are not affiliated with any like major publication. Like, people that are in like photographers, they're employed by like their company, and let's say they take pictures for the Vogue cover. Those are contracted. Those are contracted photographers, whereas paparazzi are independent. They're not affiliated with any sort of mainstream media organizations, and the photos that they do take are very interesting, because I was watching a documentary. Like I said, I watched a lot, and apparently they can get compensated for sending those pictures, and sometimes even just like sending the picture like first of a celebrity wherever they are, it can be worth a lot of money. And when I found out in the Britney Spears documentary that some of them can get $1 million for one picture, I get it now. This instant millionaire. I feel like another thing about paparazzi that I just think is like strange is like the whole stalker element of it, because like to know what a celebrity's car is, that's one thing. Like I know for a fact that Trisha Paytas owns a pink Rolls Royce, you know, Addison Rae has a pink Tesla. I know these things, but like if I like would not stalk and follow around a pink Tesla in the hopes it is Addison Rae, so she walks out of her car and I can get a quick picture of her. And then granted though, if it's like $300K for a picture of Addison Rae getting out of her car, I can understand it, but it's just so strange to me, because for my personal opinion, I think that paparazzi are like just paid stalkers. I think it's very strange. Like celebrities do not owe us anything. So the fact that like you can be a celebrity, like one day I'll be a celebrity, hopefully. And like, do I want to be minding my own business? Like imagine like what it's like to go getting a wedding ring for, like, what if I want to propose to someone and I go to purchase an engagement ring and the paparazzi find me and they see me purchasing an engagement ring, ruins the engagement completely, because now the person I would be asking to marry me, I don't know why I'd ask someone to marry me. It's an example. But they would immediately know that I was going to ask them to marry me because they saw the pictures of me at the ring store. You know, it's just very like a huge invasion of privacy, I feel like. Now, there are apparently anti-stalking bills and stuff like that to reduce the harassment of public figures and celebrities, mostly children, when it comes to being harassed by paparazzi. But I feel like in the US, it's so sensationalized. It's so just like, oh my gosh, the flashing lights. And as a person with epilepsy, that's terrifying to be trying to walk to my car and I see a bunch of flashing lights. I'd have a seizure. They could get pictures of me having a seizure and then it'd be worth more money. Now I'm thinking about it. And like, do I really want to be a celebrity now? Because if I pass out and get a seizure, like that's embarrassing. There are also celebrities who have restraining orders against certain paparazzi because of them being overly invasive. My personal favorite paparazzi video is the whole Good Morning Kanye one.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
My love for Kanye West aside, I do think though that there are some good paparazzi, because in the BuzzFeed video that I watched, one guy, he was loved by Ariana Grande. Rihanna literally took him out for his birthday to a club. So like clearly there are some paparazzi who like don't suck. But that it's just so strange, you know. In essence of the Kanye West clip, the whole like invasiveness of paparazzi is very interesting to me, because like when you're a celebrity, you're a public figure, you know, and I feel like that in a way people just strip you of your humanity. Like honestly, I love Chris Evans. If I met Chris Evans in person, I probably would explode, because I don't see him as like a normal, like real person, which is strange because they're literally just, he's Captain America. Well, not anymore, but he's just a person. So like, why would I be like freaked out if I saw him in person? Similarly with like Kanye West. A lot of celebrities that like I am fans of, or I have seen that I like, can notably say like Johnny Depp, if I saw that person in person, I wouldn't know how to react, because to me, celebrities, though they are human, I feel like they're kind of like superhuman in a way. Like I feel like they're so unattainable, you know? So it's just so strange to me. And I feel like that's also why people have a tendency to not care about celebrities' personal space, you know, or respect celebrities' boundaries. Like if I'm a celebrity and I have a child, I'm not putting that child anywhere on the internet. Like I will literally pay, like what Jeff Bezos says, like I will pay to get any picture of my child off the internet no matter how much it costs, because I don't want my kid to be like, and like it's obviously cute, like baby Stormy, like all that stuff, like it's cute to see kids, but like I wouldn't want my kid to deal with the same stuff of like being so overly stalked by not only the internet but like the world. Like that just feels so strange to me. With cancel culture, even in that, like it's like we don't see celebrities as real people, so we hold them to such high standards and we hold them to such like, we strip them of their humanity. And I feel like that's what paparazzi prey on. They know, like, oh, like, we don't care if we, you know, go to Kanye West's house at 3 o'clock in the morning and take a video of him, or we don't care if we stalk kids in the hype house, which I will get into later on in the video. Like, they will follow you. They won't let you, like, get a breath. Like Britney Spears, part of her breakdown, what people think is because of paparazzi harassing her. And paparazzi was a whole lot more crazy back then than what it is now. By the way, let's get into influencer paparazzi. Influencer paparazzi is such a strange thing. Like, specifically the Hollywood fix. Kevin Wong, people appears as though people like him, so I'm not going to talk much about him, but the amount of cringe compilations that there are of the Hollywood fix, the awkward silences, it's just so unbelievably, like, strange. Even, like, the Dolan twins using Fletcher, who I guess is the guy behind the camera in the Hollywood fix, using him to do, like, a prank on each other. It's just James Charles is going through a lot right now, but James Charles using, like, paparazzi to prank the internet into thinking that he shaved his head, like, it's just strange. But speaking about the Hollywood fix, it's like one thing to stalk, like, a 25-year-old, but it's another thing to stalk, like, a 15, 16-year-old girls, and not even in, like, it's just strange. Like, why Fletcher, the Hollywood fix, why is he, like, he's practically a member of the hype house with how much he's harassing those kids? Or, like, the hidden switch paparazzi outside of BOA. Literally the other day, I saw Bryce Hall freaking out at the Hollywood fix because they were trying to take pictures or interview, like, him and Tana Mojo. Which, it's just a strange sentence that just came out of my mouth. But that aside, I just think it's so weird how influencer paparazzi is. I think it's so strange to be like, oh, I have 1.4 thousand subscribers. Thank you, by the way. I just hit that the other day. But if, let's say I had, like, 100,000 subscribers, does that justify me getting harassed? Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like, just because you're a public figure does not mean that you owe a person a picture of you, or you owe a person an autograph. Like, you don't owe anybody anything. You just exist. You know, this person, you know, how I vibe with things. If someone wants my autograph, I'll gladly give it to you. Here are my final thoughts. So overall, after doing my research on paparazzi, overlooking everything like that, it appears to me as though a lot of paparazzi aren't the nicest people. Specifically in a Vice documentary, this man said the funniest thing about paparazzi. I'll put in a clip, but there is a language warning because I'm pretty sure that he curses at them, but it's very funny.
All right, this is Steve for Vice Magazine. I thought we were gonna have a really crazy story here. I heard stories of, like, Brazilian guys that love to fight. I thought we were gonna encounter that, but what we encountered is a bunch of cowards. Most of these guys are just pussies and they're not down to scrap or do anything like that. So it was kind of a fun story, but it was anticlimactic. Like, who these guys really are that you see the pictures, like, on TMZ, they're a bunch of scared guys who, I'm sitting here solo, kind of like a pussy myself, and they don't even want to make eye contact.
One guy in the documentary said, like, he wanted to be a normal photographer, but nobody would hire him, despite going, you know, to school for photography. And I think being a photographer is a really hard job to, like, do, but I also don't think that that justifies you harassing, you know, Hailey Bieber and Bella Hadid. Like, I don't think that's, like, right, you know, because, like, how would you feel if a bunch of flashing cameras were in your face? A lot of paparazzi don't even want people to know what they look like. So, like, imagine the true irony of not wanting people to know what you look like, but then taking pictures of celebrities, which for the most part are just popular because they're attractive. It's just a strange little phenomenon we got going on in the world. And I just hope that, like, when I get famous, that, like, nobody harasses me like that. Specifically the Hollywood fix. I'm looking at you, Fletcher. When I move to LA, if I see you, I'm running. Because, like, I feel like my interaction with the paparazzi would either be like Charlie D'Amelio when he's like, do you have a comment? And she was like, no comment, and then closes the door. Or like Emma Chamberlain when she was on a run and Fletcher came up to her and she was just, like, confused, you know? Like, that's the energy that I feel like I would have by being harassed by the paparazzi. But either way, I've been talking for way too long. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up because it really does help small channels like mine. Make sure to also subscribe down below because I really want to get to 2K. The next increment goal is 1.5, but 2K is like what I really want. Also make sure to comment down below your opinions on paparazzi. What do you think about it? The vibes you get from it and stuff like that. And with that said, make sure to stay happy and stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.